So, Mr. Rajpal, while we are waiting for Betty to come in, may I just ask a follow-up question?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So, I noticed that the idea aerobics is mostly, how do I put it, focused on either challenges or specific types of innovation. So let's say I want to generate idea to improve a service, and then I select the service and process idea Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I think most of the value is that the Rubik's Cube kind of like focuses my thoughts on certain subjects as against me trying to just see if the Rubik's Cube is an idea generation pipeline itself. I
Yes.
don't know if I'm correct. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, one of the main objectives of the idea generator is to give you many ideas, that you want to generate today. Now, one of the
Okay.
ideas, for example, see, the idea generator has to be used with the mind maps always. I can show you the example of how idea generator was used by Tata Motors for generating the ideas. Now, this is an example where the ideas from the idea generator were copied and pasted, right? And it is very simple. So supposing you want to generate energy from waste, so you can pick up your snipper tool. There is a Microsoft snipper tool which is there, and copy this waste over here, right? And go to your mind map, which is here, and enter on the mind map and simply paste that main idea. So if you have already downloaded the mind maps, it will be very simple to use the idea generator to create main ideas. Now your waste is one idea from which the energy can be generated. Now, what kind of waste you want to look into? There is a subtopic over here. So it could be agricultural waste, for example, right? It could be the waste generated from the computer systems, for example. It could be the waste generated from CO2. So you can write over here, your idea basically is to expand these main ideas which we have given over here. So how will you be generating the energy from the waste could be your another idea. So this is how the big companies, for example, Tata Motors in India, they use this. And for example, they picked up the word renewable. Now, where is the word renewable over here? So if you see, the word renewable comes from here, which is this word right out here. So you can copy and paste the word renewable and put on your mind map, which is shown here. Just hold on. Yeah. So they picked up the word renewable and copied and pasted. And they can expand this. They generated two ideas. One idea was to harness the solar energy during the daytime. And the second idea was to harness the wind energy, which is blowing across when the car is driving. See, when you are driving the car at 100 kilometers per hour, there is also the wind which is blowing across you at the same speed. But the problem is, although the airlines are able to harness that energy by something which is called the ramp automatic turbine, the engine, but in the automobile industry, that application is not yet done. So Tata Motors is trying to explore as to how we can actually remove completely the problem of charging. Similarly, when they copied another product which was emotion from the idea generator, and they pasted it and they expanded it. They said that emotion recognition is very important because people who are stressed, they will be driving very fast. So how the driving, what do they say, emergency systems, or there could be a methodology which will not allow a person to drive the car if he is very stressed out. So this is what is the reduced stressful driving method. You got my point. The word technology was copied from the idea generator and pasted. But what technology do they want to use? So they said lane sensing to avoid the traffic jams. This is also a problem in Africa. So drone for pictures of the hilly landslides. IoT to connect the nearest garages for repairs. I hope you're getting my answers to your question.
Yes, I can see it clearly now.
Yes. So basically the purpose of the idea generator is basically to give you the main ideas, right?
Good,
so if there is an idea that you have right now, which is, for example, a virtual and a camera, you see, if you copy this idea on the mind map, I hope you have the mind map already with you. And
yes, I got the mind map.
Yeah, so I can actually go and enter the subtopic and paste that idea over here, right? And this particular the camera and virtual, I can actually edit and copy and simply go on that and paste it on a new idea which I have. So right click, and there is a column here, paste. So I get a new idea, which is virtual camera, So I don't need the mirrors which are there on the sides of the cars, because they actually act as a drag, and they can reduce my speed. But actually I can substitute this, by a camera inside, and my side view mirrors can completely go off. So how do you want to expand this idea? You can add 1, 2, 3 points of yours. So when it comes to generating the breakthrough ideas, the idea generators which are here are going to be very helpful to you. And you can shuffle them, vertically, horizontally, or, for example, utilize. So if you want to utilize the landfill of the plastic for making the next car body, right? So, so this is what is very, very important. So please use the idea generators for generating many of the ideas. And there is also a shuffle cube here, which allows you to, create the randomness. And from there, you will see many ideas, quickly going through you. And then from there, suddenly you will be, stimulated by an idea, which is very important. So that is what.
That's the word I was looking for. That trigger, stimulation.
Yes, the stimulation.
To use this together with the mind maps.
With the mind maps. Please don't use in isolation. These all ideas which are here will not only help you in fusion, but they will also singularly help you in expanding the main ideas. These are the main topics. So technology selected by Tata Motors. Now the lane sensing to avoid traffic jams. Augmented reality for information on the windshield, emotion, for example, reduce stressful driving. They also created idea in the brainstorming session, which was, how do you stop the red light jumping? Because many people in India, even when the light is red, they tend to speed up their cars. And the other idea was overtaking the when they're overtaking, they are not able to calculate the distance, and they hit, and many of the lives are lost. So there should be the alarm at the time of overtaking if the distance is not overtaking worthy. So that is what so I just wanted to show you that this is how the lovely professional university in India, they're creating the smart energy meter. So what they did, they picked up all these words from there, right? And they used these words to create their next smart energy meter. Similarly, there is another thing which is over here, the smart gas cylinder. This could be very, very important for you. So how do you prevent all the accidents from happening? How do you create an intelligent system, a complete package for monitoring, detection, warning, display, right? So so all these, you see how these people are creating these solutions. Weight sensor could be there. There can be a Bluetooth sensor. So many other possibilities are there. I hope I have been able to answer the question that you have.
Very well, very well.
Thank you.
Well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. If there are any other questions about how to use the tools, and if there are any other queries that you may have, please feel free. This is your session. I don't want anybody to have any kind of doubts.
All right, great. Welcome back, Betty. I think you are still muted. You might need to unmute. You're muted, Betty. We can't hear you.
Ma'am, you are on mute. Yeah.
Hello, thank you so much, Ajay, for your presentation. I think my colleagues still have some questions and clarification.
Yes.
So please, colleagues, please avail yourself this opportunity to clarify issues, especially the ones you encountered while you were digesting the package given to us. But Pajemi, I have a question. There is this video that I watched. It's about the open, is it International Open Organization, IOP or OIP? I can't remember what you called it. And in that video, the narrator was showing the problem owners, the problem solvers, and how the venture capitalists now have to connect the problem solvers. Please, I will need you to throw more light. How will Nnpc leverage on this in order to get some of our challenges addressed?
Yes, I think it is very important for Nnpc to also become the open innovation organization. So I think
here in Nigeria.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Not only Nigeria, I would say all over the world. So your website, your open innovation website should be accessible to everybody in the world.
Okay.
And everybody should be able to see. In fact, that is the draft presentation I have today. So how we can, mention these facts on your website, on the open Nnpc. It says that Nnpc is a forward-thinking energy company, continuously innovating for new solutions. Now we partner with all the players of the innovation ecosystem, consisting of the innovators, startups, universities, research institutions, companies, and technology solution providers for solving the major energy challenges of the world in win-win ways. So we invite you to be the part of this innovation journey. Now, the next slide is very important because this slide, I hope you are able to see my screen. So,
yes, I'm seeing it.
Yes, so your open innovation, website at Nnpc should enable the people to discover your challenges. So if you really want to solve the problem with all over the world, you must give your upstream challenges, key challenges, maybe pick up 2, 3, your downstream challenges, your gas and power challenges, your refinery challenges, and your challenges pertaining to renewable energy solutions. This will get the world to look at you. And many people would be wanting to partner. So this is something that you and your team from various divisions can work in the next 7 days or so to at least highlight 3 key challenges from every area.
Okay.
Similarly, the next topic is basically the research partnership with the universities. Because today, many of the universities globally, whether it is MIT or whether it is Stanford or Harvard or many universities, even in India, we wanted to connect them to you because they are working on, for example, the ideas that you have given over here. This is only the illustrative list. Now, what are the areas on which you want to partner with the universities can be specified. So what are your areas of research? I mean, I have given some of the items picked up from your website, the upstream examples and the downstream examples. So in the next 7 days or so, maybe you can highlight few areas with which you want the universities to, work with you in a joint way because a lot of work is happening and we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Uh, the problem is that with the closed innovation, methodology, the ideas of the internal company is very, very finite. But when you open the world to the others, like Shell has done, like ExxonMobil has done, or like the global companies like Petronas have done, or Chevron has done, they are inviting the ideas for the research from many other universities, because universities get a lot of grants and they are working on the research, but they don't have the directions. I think this is going to also stimulate a lot of new research from the African universities who are there. For example, Kenya, Nigeria. So, and then gradually they will start approaching you. The idea was that we wanted to connect you with the research institutions and the research universities. Number 3 is the partnership with the startups, which is going to be the world's biggest disruptors. Today, the whole world is getting disrupted by the startups only. India has become the world's 3rd largest startup economy, while Africa has to catch up, but still the culture of startups in Africa is also coming up, because we heard 2 days ago how Nigeria and Kenya and the African countries are basically going to the culture of startups. They are the people, who have the energy. They are the ones who have the passion. They are the ones who have the ideas, but they do not have the management experience. The kind of research team that you have here on the board today, they can help those startups, from the early stages, or from their, let us say, the pre-seed stages, or even from the growth stages to really scale up. So they don't have the management experience, and they do not have the funds available with them. They do not have the kind of financial muscle that Nnpc has. And the venture capitalists do not fund them, but they have great ideas. So any idea which is coming in the field of, let us say, electric mobility, renewable energy, the storage of energy today, because the grid is going to become a problem. How will you actually arrive at the net zero economy? The inspections by the drones, the use of artificial intelligence and IoT. The students are brilliant. They're coming with some great ideas. And your research team over here, your innovation team over here can collaborate with these startups and, take them to the next level. The smart variables, for example. So anything, bioeconomic fuel, eco-fuels, the 3D, the smart materials, etc. The 4th section that we have is for partnership with the technology providers all over the world. Now, this makes the game absolutely open. So there are many technology providers who are already there in the field of AI and 3D modeling and nano and AR, VR, etc., blockchain, 3D. They should be able to get in touch with you to say these are the solutions that they have created for the petrochemical industries. Now, when this happens, you will find that the whole innovation ecosystem at Nnpc has become very vibrant, and the whole organization is basically coming up with new ideas which were not possible earlier. So great companies basically are becoming open. So my as we said that we will be providing you the consultancy to become the open innovation organization. This session is very important for your teams to pick up these 4 sections that we have, and on the websites create the section so that and in the bottom below there is something called collaborate with us. The moment you say collaborate with us in all these 4 sections, you can see here, and you can see the next form should appear on the screen, which should say their name, their email, the country code and the phone number, the company name, area in which they want to have collaboration with you, how they can attach their presentation and pitch decks, because these days the physical pitch decks and the physical hackathons are becoming very difficult. So they can just submit the pitch deck to you or the proposal that they have for collaboration with Nnpc, a brief summary of the whole idea, and submit to them. So this is how I think the whole world will be able to get in touch with Nnpc. So you can have four teams, 4 different teams out of the 30, 40 people that you have working on them. So one could be working on challenges, one could be working on research, one could be working on the energy startups that you are seeking to collaborate with. The next could be your partnership with the technology providers. I think this will be a very comprehensive thing. And gradually later on, some very good companies have also earmarked certain funds, which is called their venture capital. If that is permissible by Nnpc, the suggestion can be given to them that some funds should be earmarked for forming the Nnpc venture capital, so that the startups who are coming to you, they can be also seed funded, or they can be granted certain funds for scaling up. That is what is the idea that I have. So
thank you very much, Praja. Please, can you go back to that slide that shows the one that I said, please partner with us, that shows the profiling
the partner with us slide is basically this one, collaborate with us. So
yes, collaborate with us.
Yes, this can be a form. Your web team can develop this form where they can have the form available for the external world, where people can write their names, they can type their email ID, they can give their country code. So if it is from Finland, or if it is from Netherlands, or if it is from a startup from India, they can immediately collaborate with you. They can specify the area of their collaboration, and they can attach their presentation also. I think this is what is very, very important, because from this pitch deck or the proposal or the presentation, you will get to know how the external world wants to collaborate with you, or if they have so the brief summary, and they will submit. But if there are, I just have one thing to add here. If for the challenge solution providers, if you can also say that there are exciting awards, maybe there are some awards that you want to say for resolving the challenge, like in India, Tata Motors is giving some money. So this will attract the people to come to you, because that is where you will find the best of the minds are working, because there has to be some kind of a benefit for the other player. For you, they are solving a problem, but there has to be some kind of an exciting award money, right? So there can be when does the challenge open, what is the closing date, all those things will have to be mentioned over here. You might give 3 months for resolving that challenge. After 3 months, the new challenge will appear. And if that has not been resolved, the same will continue. So similarly, for the startups, for the universities, universities are very, very eager to work with the corporate. So they don't need any money. They already have got many research and grants, but they are looking for the good companies who can partner with them, who can support them in their areas of research, so that their research actually gets translated into the technology. For them, your partnership will mean that their research gets translated into a technology which can be transferred to you later on. So there is already a benefit to them over there. But for the startups, what they're looking for is the management experience, your experience, your ability of scaling them up, your ability of partnering with them, so that they can get some kind of seed funding, or even if they don't get the seed funding, their ideas can be used in your company, and they can have a win-win sort of a solution. So there has to be the success of the open innovation program. It always depends on the kind of the benefits which you offer to the parties who are associating with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Let me allow my colleagues to ask their questions and make their comments.
Yeah, please.
Well, please, I will still come back to this, because the structure on which this will operate is very, very important.
Yes.
Like just one reservation that I have. So it means that all the challenges that you have, you're going to throw it open
Yes.
for everyone
Yes.
to look at, and then they will now review it, come up with ideas.
Correct.
And then submit.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Okay.
For every session, for every section, we have given the blue button below which says collaborate with us. For research partnerships, we have given collaborate with us. For startups, collaborate. So for everything, it can come either on one page, but I think it is better if it comes on one page, because your previous page, it says that you are basically open innovation at Nnpc. So everybody understands open innovation around the world. So they would be very happy to see that, they are having challenges, research partnerships, startups, technology providers, and it will become easier for you. Because if you start developing all these solutions, your own team will take a lot of time. And today time is a premium, is the currency.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will get a lot of ideas from these ideas that the students are throwing, even if they are the half-baked ideas, even if they are the half-baked notions, even if they are not the complete, solutions. But this will stimulate a lot of activity into the organization, which will create the future solutions with the result of your experience and the experts who are there in your team.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Just another one question, colleagues, please, I'm sorry. So how do you guard against your competitors being privy to what you are doing?
Yes.
If you open up your challenges, and then also sort of open the submission of the ideas being dropped in will be very, very accessible to other people. So how do you guard against your competitors getting hands-on on what you are doing?
Okay, I think that's a very good question. You see, when Nokia was the world leader, the problem was they were a very closed company, and they only had the centralized innovation set up, at Finland. And Samsung, on the contrary, had no capabilities when it comes to innovation compared to Nokia. But Samsung, they went to Silicon Valley. They partnered with Google, and the world leader was thrown out. The problem is that today the whole world is moving with collaborations. So if you may be a very large innovation organization, but if the world does not, if it is not able to collaborate with you, the competition is going to take you. And I think Nnpc today has got that kind of a threat, because I have seen that all the energy companies, almost all the energy companies, if I'm allowed to go to the World Innovation Network, which is here, and see the let me go on this mind map and show you the energy companies, for example. Now, the moment I click on this, I get to see that there are so many accelerators which have been created by the energy companies, and all your competition have become open already. So whether it is ExxonMobil, or whether it is Shell, or whether it is Ela of Belgium, or Total Energy of France, Petronas, the whole list, they are all open. Now, I don't find Nnpc in this list. The thing is, that can actually be a threat to you. Because when companies like Shell, they have such programs. Let me go inside one of these companies. So when they have such programs where they're collaborating with entrepreneurs and the startups, and when they are having their own venture companies, when they're asking you to submit the ideas for their challenges, the Shell Tech Works and the Shell Research Alliances, you can see how they're partnering with the entire open innovation ecosystem. So the Shell Research Alliance, for example, the industry collaboration, academia and research, the government collaborations. It's a beautiful website that they have created, and how they're partnering with the Gordon and Murray Design, or China National Petroleum, or various other companies. I think it is very important that Nnpc also does the same thing. Otherwise, Nnpc will be actually left out, because you have to now compete with these global organizations. And you can see the areas of the innovation that they have in natural gas and water, making the future, the Shell Eco Marathon that they have for their energy, challenges that they provide. So I would request you to please look into this aspect of yours, on the first mind map itself, which we have on the problem solving, where we have connected you, explore the global needs of the MNCs. You will find there, and as you click on this, you go ahead and simply click on this to see the energy links. So this is going to give you a very good idea, of the energy companies, which are very important for you. It is not only the accelerators. I think what is important is in the World Innovation Network, there are the platforms, this corporate venture companies. Now, can you see how many companies are there? There are 34 companies who have created their own venture capital to help the startups. And there is not even a single company which is left out. So Petronas Ventures, Saudi Aramco Energy Ventures, PGE Ventures, please study them and see the portfolio of the companies that they're creating. The BP Ventures, which is here, they have created some amazing companies. And you can see the portfolio of those companies out here. So I would request you that please see the accelerators and the corporate venturing companies which are already created, so that Nnpc can actually follow the trend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to ask, what's the difference between this open universities, open innovation with innovation community? What's the difference? It's to me, it looks as if it's the same thing, but depending on the extensions, where the boundaries. So why can't I, because we have just launched our innovation community in Nnpc. So why can't I use that as an open innovation, and then maybe get some external institutions to be member of that innovation community? So how does that?
Yeah, I think your idea of creating the innovation community is equally strong. And so Nnpc, if they want to create the innovation community, they can create the innovation community and add the various people, the internal or the external members also out there. But the word which is followed globally today as a trend, where people actually understand and they collaborate with you, is the word which is called open innovation.
Okay.
So I think from the perspective of following the trend, it will be very nice if you can call yourself open Nnpc. That is going to be a very important from the point of view of understanding of the external world, because community, it is a very, very vast area. But when you say open innovation, people understand that it is corporate ventures, corporate accelerators. They understand the startup ecosystem, and they understand technology's complete focus is on these 3 to 4 areas. Community can become a very large thing, but I would say open innovation is a subset of the community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, colleagues, please, your comments and reservations and questions, please.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Privy. My question is simple. Going through the list, the peltry, it seemed a little difficult to search for a particular word or maybe something you're interested in. Could you just show me a way you can easily do that?
If you can just repeat your question, what exactly you're saying?
Okay, searching through, let's say I'm looking for the word accelerator.
Yeah.
So how do I just do that?
Okay, see, the sections that we have over here, that will make it very easy for you. There are 10 sections over here, if you see. So now if you see section number 9 on the screen, that says Open Innovation Platform for the MNCs, right? So here we have corporate venture companies investing in startups. And here we have all the accelerators. So your energy accelerators. So all the accelerators of the MNC companies you will find over here, chemical, consumer electronics, energy companies and all. So we have clearly demarcated. So there should not be any kind of a problem. So if it is venture capital, you will find here. If it is private incubators and accelerators, it is here. Now, if there is something on technologies, you can go to section number 5. So technology section, technology application and partners. So if you're looking for drone technology or solution providers, you will find it here. I think the 10 sections which are over here, or this blue actually is very important for you. So what exactly are you looking at? I would suggest that please see the title of the section and then try to browse the World Innovation Network. So that is what is very important for you.
Okay, so like this search button I have here, whenever you put a word there, it searches the total poetry repository, not necessarily what you have here.
Yes, actually, that is one of the challenges we are facing right now. We have written to Pearl Trees on which we have developed this cloud, and they have said that they will work on this. So the moment that challenge is resolved, we will definitely inform you. But so far, right now, I think you have to go on these blue areas, which will tell you the main things which are there in that section.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, hello. Good day, Mr. Raj.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, my own question is, we know that Nigeria is a leading oil company in Africa, and then we need to also show the leading position in oil and gas and renewable energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard when you mentioned that we need to be amongst the companies that you showed us. We need to put our Nnpc amongst those companies. And you said it's very important that we do that so that we become open. But I don't know, how do you think we can get to that point? Is there anything you can advise us?
Get to the point of becoming better than the competition.
Being part of the open innovation, being part of companies that are, in the limelight of energy.
Yes, basically, as I said, it is extremely important for you to, first of all, open yourself. People who are the closed organizations are facing a lot of challenges today because they're getting disrupted. The best way to avoid disruption is to partner with the emerging startups in your Africa region and also the whole all over the world region. So that is why I said that it is very important, first of all, if you can please in the next 7 or 10 days, develop this kind of a platform on your website and attract the whole world towards you. Today the competition is getting smarter because they're able to partner with the best players, and that it is not possible for everybody to have all kinds of strengths. So in order to improve upon your innovation cycle time and also to be ahead of the technology curve, I think any kind of the petroleum organization today will have to depend on a lot of artificial intelligence, on a lot of digital transformation, on a lot of the industry 4 technologies like drones and the robotics, to make sure that they are ahead of the technology curve. So the conventional methods of working are completely changing. Everything is becoming smarter. So how we can use those technologies, how you can use IoT, etc. But I tell you that the best people to look into is the platform that I've given you. many ideas will start coming to you. Many ideas, will flow inside the organization. And it is also the outside in perspective. If you look at many organizations today, they have stopped calling themselves research and develop companies. Procter and Gamble calls itself connect and develop. So the connectivity and development and growth have become the mantras, and that is how I think you will be much ahead of the competitive space that you have, not only in Nigeria, but I would say the whole of African region. And your company actually can become a role model, because I have not seen any companies in Africa following the open innovation. They're all conventional. I want your organization to become open so that, there can be many more adjacent business ideas that, you can invest in.
Thank you.
I hope I have answered your question here.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Privy. My name is Dennis Ebuche. I was going to ask on the startups. I saw you have Indian startups, and I was going to ask what sort of database in your database for startups do you have any information, or what's the strength of the information you have for those startups from this part of the globe? That's Nigeria, and possibly Africa, because we can easily leverage on our neighbor, on the startups in our ecosystem.
Yes. You see, if you really want to explore the ecosystem of the startups, then I think there are informations which we have provided here. For example, the countries with the top startups worldwide. If you see the section that we have here, the global innovation resources, out of this, two things could be very important for you. One is the technology transfer offices of most innovative universities in the world. I mean, this particular section, I will come to this later on, but I want to answer your specific query. The countries with the top startups, all over the world, you can simply link over here, and there is a startupranking.com over here. So this will tell you exactly, what kind of startups are there in Africa. So 33 startups over here, 40 over here in United Republic of Tanzania, 33 in Congo, right? 51 in Angola. So Botswana is 50. So this is basically South Africa is one of the most, I would say, progressive as far as the startups are concerned. So if you click over here, the list and the rank of the startups with the names of the companies, you can filter it out for the energy to find out as to, whom do you want to partner with, right? So this gives you the complete list of all the organizations all over the world and their ranking, which is the #1 rank in South Africa today, and what are they doing, right? So this is an area from where, your research can be actually further, which is going to help you out in a great deal. So if you want to see what kind of startups are there in any country in Africa, like Sudan or Ethiopia or Tanzania, it's all mentioned over here for you. Right? Algeria, 609 in Egypt, and India. If you want to explore, for example, 12,497 startups, you can actually see and click over here. So what are the highest ranking startups, in which areas they are? This is going to give you a lot of information on the startups, and you can go and visit their websites. All the details have been given over here. See what kind of traffic the areas they're into, and so on and so forth. But I wanted to basically take you to even more important area, which is the area of the technology transfer companies, because these are universities with which you may want to have the research, right? So we went to section #4 on resources. Yeah, so we were here, right? We were here, the section 4 and startups. But And if you want to see the 100 best startup companies for 2020-21 for investing, it is also here. When it comes to clean energy, there are many of the areas, but the technology transfer offices of the most innovative companies. So what is MIT USA doing, and what are the technologies that they have already developed in your fields is something that could be of value and interest to you. So the top ranking universities are here. You can learn about the MIT technologies, and they are ready to sign license technologies with you, instructions with you, and so on. So see the kind of technologies which are available with them. There's a whole database. So if you are looking for the energy with MIT, right? So biofuels and the energy, I think this is what is the section that I wanted to point your attention on. And thank you for raising that question. So what is the kind of biofuels that is available with MIT? More exploration, finding it out, talking to them, what they're doing, and so on and so forth. So if you want to find out in the area of the energy efficiency or energy storage or fuel cells, why I say is because already the wheel has been invented. So you would find that, the sensors for energy, for example, these are the areas that you need to collaborate with MIT. So low cost and transparent sensor array systems for the cellular monitoring and the smart skin applications. So the nanoscale electromechanical switches, the further details can be there. You can partner with them, you can talk to them. So the idea we had over here was, why do we want to connect you with the overall global system, is that similarly you can view the Florida University or University of California or Georgia. They are all links to their technology transfer offices. The Princeton University for Technology and Patents. I think your research team now, one of the jobs that they can actually find out is what are the technologies that they should get inside the company. I hope I've been able to address your query.
Yeah, thank you very much. What prompted me to ask the question was the fact that we've seen lately a number of big companies, Google, coming to Nigeria to buy off solutions. We've seen young startups selling solutions out of Nigeria, and a lot of them are coming up lately. And it has become an area of focus in the country. You now see young people trying to develop IT solutions. So I was wondering if you, in that database, we have something to capture such such startups. That's why I asked the question. And the answer is okay. At the same time, yeah, it's good to partner MIT, Harvard, and Co. But the opportunity cost, the cost implication too.
Yes.
So if you can get it like from India, get it domestically in Nigeria, if we have resources where we can pull it from,
that is the reason. Yeah, that is the reason I told you that please, in order to become very active and reduce your cost of payment to these kind of ideas and solutions, I think you can have this kind of a website. So people will directly come to you. You have to attract those solution providers to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? If it is there, we can answer it now. And if it is not, then we leave it to you for another 7 to 10 days to immerse yourself, play around with these tools, explore more, and probably have another session with you when you are ready with this complete templates and discuss as to how they can be integrated with the open Nnpc.
Good morning, Rakpo.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
My name is Taiwo.
Yeah, hi.
I'm a little bit concerned about partnership with all these entities that you raised, because normally we have our competitors on this on this platform. So yeah, so how do we guide against our ideas from being taken by the competitors because some of them have an edge in the industry. At one point, we have, at one point we have a non-disclosure agreement, or since it's open, we are not going to do that. So that's my concern. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a very good question you have raised. But I tell you, simply because of the fact that we want to protect our secrecy in that bargain, many a times we are not able to move ahead. So I definitely would request you to create a balance between the ideas and the challenges that you want to throw to on the website, and make sure that people who are coming with you and trying to partner with you, they sign the NDAs, the non-disclosure agreements, and the legalities of that is completely taken care of. I think many companies, they face the similar issues, but I think they cover themselves very well by the NDA agreements and making sure that the legalities of disclosures are very severe. So I think that is my only answer to the question that you have right now.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Any other question, please, my colleagues, unless if you have not taken time to look at the package. Hello? So, please, so how are you going to, because when I was going through the package as well, I saw a list of companies that have been listed in the WIN network. Now that we have this relationship with you, how are you going to expedite so that Nnpc will also be listed among the members of the WIN?
Yeah. We will, the moment your open innovation platform is ready, we will be.
Oh, so we have to wait for that.
Yeah, I can do it now, but people will not be able to collaborate with you, and they will ask us the questions as to what do we do with an Nnpc. So the point is that while we are giving this package to many students here in the Indian universities and the other places, but the point is that if Nnpc is open, then we add Nnpc into our list. But I can definitely add Nnpc as a technology solution provider in the other listing that we have. So that is not a problem. That I can do even today. So after the session, you will find that in the energy technology solution providers, where we already have many other companies. So your company can also become the part of, let us say, the energy is here. So for example, the clean tech or the waste management or the clean tech solution providers. So here is the place where, Nnpc can definitely be added. So I will add that today, and we will send you the link so that people can get in touch with you. But for the open innovation section to be there, so you might take about 10-15 days or whatever time that you want to take. But we definitely will be very happy to put you in the open innovation section.
Okay. Serioma, yes. I'll suggest, can we discuss after the meeting the essence? I think we should rather go for open innovation first before that of solution provider.
Yeah.
Because we are just starting.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with you. Okay.
So that is what it is. So I think we should keep at least a week or 10 days time, or we'll leave it to you whenever you're ready. We can have another session with you to resolve further queries, if any, and then also to include you over here. And from there, how do we, promote this whole concept of open innovation at Nnpc?
Okay, we truly appreciate your patience with us. We need your assistance for the we need your assistance during our journey to this open innovation at Nnpc.
You will be very happy at the end of the whole session. I'm telling you that by the time, Nnpc will be known as Africa's first open innovation organization.
We'll do that.
And I'm looking forward to everybody joining in creating that historical sort of, day for your country and, for your company, because that is going to be a very important thing for many others to get inspired from. It will open up the whole of Africa to join hands with you. I'm very sure. I want to thank you. I want to thank you all, especially Ms. Betty Ogona, for giving me the opportunity, and to all the people who are here today, the research professionals. It is a great honor, a great privilege, and a great pleasure to meet all of you. And I must thank you for raising some very, very good questions.
Thank you very much. But please,
thank you very much. Thank you.
Please,
yes.
Robin, please, before you sign off, like the templates on the screen, it would be nice if we review it with you to make sure that it covers most of our businesses at RT.
Sure. So whenever you are, so whenever you are ready, before it is published, we can have another meeting with your team in these 4 departments that we have mentioned here. And before we finalize, I will definitely like to give you and add value additions to that idea. We can definitely do that before it is finally put on the website. So I'm looking forward to that. You can be free. Please feel free for letting us know in any kind of an area where you have a challenge. And this presentation I have already shared with Madam, which you can share with your colleagues so that they can start working on it.
Okay. So you're sending this presentation to us.
This is
so
already,
that we will now populate it according to our thematic areas.
Yeah, this is already with you. I have sent to you in my last email. Please kindly have a look at it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think this is a very welcome idea, and we are going to ensure that we follow it up. Because now that we are a corporate member of GNI, I think that will also be an advantage for us to have this open innovation, being the first in Africa.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So thank you so much, and my regards to all your colleagues. We appreciate your patience.
Thank you.
And most importantly, your determination to bring Nnpc up even better than all the other companies in your team already. So we appreciate this so much.
Thank you.
And I want to promise you on behalf of my colleagues, we will not disappoint you. You will definitely make a mark.
It's a great honor. It's a great honor for us. And I wish you all the best and the whole your team a great success in the future.
Okay.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much on behalf of all here. Jay is also here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.